Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another Alliance War video. This one is War number 1 for Season 26. So, brand new season. We're going to be trying our best to go deathless, continue the streak from last season as well. I think right now we're about like 36 fights in a row or something like that without dying, which is pretty solid. And of course, our first war in the new season is against New Nation, which I think they were our last war last season, which technically back-to-back seasonal wars versus them. So that's fun. That's great. You know, probably arguably the best war alliance in the game. So, yeah, my entire battle group has cleared every single fight on the map so far, except for my path left. So we got one fight section 1, 2 fights in section 2, and then a mini boss, and then the final boss. So everyone's just kind of, everyone's done, everyone's chilling now, and a couple people I think are watching me go through. And yeah, I'm not nervous or anything, you know, I'm pretty excited. Right here I slip up. That was my only real mistake of this war. I pretty much played the rest of the war just like really well. That one little slip up, that was it. Just really started playing really well for the rest of the war, and I hope that's the way this season goes as well. Hope I just play really well the whole way through. And yeah, so there's section 1 done. Gonna go ahead and start moving up. I have just enough energy to do all my fights as well, and technically I don't have enough, but my alliance mates have already moved to the other fights, so yeah, I don't need any more energy, so that's perfect. So pull up here into section 2. We got a Thing and a Hulkbuster, which done these fights before. They're not that difficult. I think I had these exact same fights in the last war against New Nation as well. It's probably like the same people placing the same champions too. I don't really look at names when I'm doing war. But yeah, it's probably the exact same literal champions from the same person's account that I was fighting in the last war. So yeah, done this fight probably like 10 times. It's probably like the 10th time doing this specific matchup now. It's very easy. You just need to get off one intercept while you're locked on, and then the node gets turned off, and then it's just the Thing versus Falcon, and there is protect, but Falcon bypasses protect once he's locked on. So just chilling, trying to get relocked on. And you know, normally whenever I'm fighting Thing, most of his special attacks are unblockable because he's at 15 rock stacks. Their specials are unblockable, and you know, that's how you fight Thing. You know, you push him 15 rock stacks, then you bait his specials. But with Falcon, he doesn't get rock stacks. He doesn't get a single rock stack. So you know, I can actually block some of his L1s, and they really don't hurt. I'm also quite boosted, so taking a little block damage is fine. That was the only fight I even needed Falcon for. So yeah, a little block damage just doesn't hurt us at all. And then next up we got Hulkbuster. So this fight I've done it a couple times, and it's just kind of annoying. So going into this one, I was like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna play this fight differently, because what happens in the past is, you know, I just go for heavies only, and when I do that, I'm not getting my prowess because his armor up buffs are lowering my ability accuracy to proc those prowess buffs. So I was like, you know what, if he has an armor up buff, I'll just do 5 combos until I get the armor buff off him and get the shock applied to me, and that way, you know, then when I go for heavies, they should actually activate my prowess. So right here, just go for another combo again, just trying to get that armor off. Still gonna throw heavies after his special 1, and right here I think we get the armor off, get a shock, and then he gets another armor up, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's like a never-ending cycle. Here I trigger protect, and then I hit a clean intercept on him, and here I just tried up to 10. I probably could have got some more, but I was like, you know what, let's just throw this, let's see what it does. And it doesn't do too much, but it does a decent amount. And now we're gonna get some shrapnel bleeds on him, which are gonna tick for a decent amount. And then once the fury on me goes away, it's gonna purify those bleeds, but they still do the direct damage. Doesn't matter if they get purified or not, as long as they're shrapnel bleeds. And hit another intercept, and then here we get him to his final 15%. There we go, throw a special 1, and he's dead. So I feel like that Hulkbuster fight was a lot cleaner than the ones that I've done in the past, and I think I'm going to keep that fight style against it in the future when I fight Hulkbusters with Magneto specifically. Just keep, 5 comboing to get the armors off, to get the shock on me. And it's a good thing if I get the shock on me. It's actually free willpower healing. So this is actually the only fight in the war that I was worried about. Tower the Duck, it's a mini boss. There's no guidance placed on it, and this fight has limber, so kind of got to be careful with my parries. And yeah, Howard the Duck's got buffed, so I was like, is this fight going to be a problem? Looking at his signature ability, and if it says if he's fighting with class advantage, which he technically will be against Magneto, even though Magneto turns it off, I still think he gains those extra abilities. So I was kind of reading that, and I'm like, okay, nothing really here sticking out that I have to worry about. I think we should be okay. So yeah, I think we should be okay. One thing I did notice is that in his new abilities, he's actually bleed immune now. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. That actually might make this fight easier because Magneto applies armor breaks instead of bleeds against bleed immune champions, and it makes the special 3 do a lot more damage because it's applied during the special 3. So the special 3 benefits from the armor break, so it gets way more damage. The other thing I was a little bit worried about was brute force. I'm trying to get him to throw heavy attacks so that I can punish with my heavy attacks, and he's just kind of chilling. But yeah, I get into this fight, and I start to get into a pretty nice rhythm against metal champions. Magneto has 50% per block, so it's easy to bait out heavy attacks. A lot of the time you're just seeing zeros, which is perfect. And yeah, so far so good. We're already up to 5 prowess, 6 prowess, and he's going down. We're just building our special 3. I think the special 3 is going to be lights out either way. Getting some nice intercepts as well. I don't even think I've used up any of my parries yet at this point. And then yeah, charge up the prowess. And then here, I think I try to parry and charge, and he just backs off. And I was like, oh, okay, that parry's already. I think that was my first parry, and it did not last long at all. But the unstoppable on Magneto got me out of a combo, and then charged the prowess up a bit more, and L3 is more than enough to kill him. Way more than enough. So he drops, and I was feeling really good at this point. I guess that was one other mistake I made in this war, getting hit right there, but again, not a big deal, especially when you have boosted rank 3 6-stars. So just gonna take off dexterity from Jojo, and yeah, gonna max parry and also max limber. Just if I accidentally get parry stunned by Mojo, I don't want to be stunned for an eternity and end up dying in the first war of the season. So would like to avoid that. But yeah, it's really nice in Alliance War now that the links are gone, because before it'd be pretty difficult to do all my fights right at the end on one set of boosts. But yeah, now that links are gone, it's a lot more feasible. So save Team Torch's pre-fight ability for this big dude, and we got a couple of Mr. Fantastic debuffs on here as well. Those don't matter a whole bunch, but they're nice. I was debating if I should put on any other boosts, an invulnerability boost. I have 5 of those. Actually, I need to buy one in the store right now. I think I have 6 of them. They've been giving them out a lot more, which is great. So I was like, should I use an invulnerability boost? And I'm like, you know what? I've got this fight down. I don't need to. So he got the proc to block a hit. The first one, I avoid any blocked hits. It's if he blocks a hit or if I block a hit. Right here, I thought it was gonna end, but I forgot that it gets paused during specials. So when I blocked a special one, he did get it. That's okay. Here he gets charge heavy attack. So I'm gonna try to not let him charge a heavy attack during this duration. So I'm just going to pretty much focus on baiting out special attacks. Also, on this Mojo fight, I opted to do a little bit more 5-hit combos, it was mainly just to kill time during the prompts that I didn't want him to proc. And then instantly he gets dash backwards as a next prompt, and I dash backwards the second it happened. That one's impossible to avoid on a fight like this. Here we get whole block. I like this one. Is way better than block a hit, because you can still block a hit, you just can't hold block. There's a little timer once you start holding block, and it's very easy to avoid holding block for that period of time. You just can't get locked into a special one. So you can see I'm just dashing back to avoid it. Here he gets dashed back again, but it's fine because every time he fails a prompt, he loses 2 charges, and every time he completes one, he only gains 1 charge. So as long as it's 2 steps backwards and only 1 step forward, he's never going to get anywhere. And yeah, we finished that fight with a ton of health. Just feel like I've really got that fight down now. I think I'm getting really good at paying attention to the prompts and not completing them when I'm able to not complete them. Sometimes it's impossible to not complete them when it's like dash back and stuff, so you can get really unlucky. But there, I feel like we just got like, I feel like that was pretty regular luck. We didn't get super lucky, didn't get super unlucky. We just played well. And yeah, I just said good start to the season for me. You know, started off with a boss kill. After this war, I hit up Taters and I was like, yo, so you trying to assign me all 12 bosses this season? Because my record, my best ever season, I had 11 boss kills. I didn't die to a single boss. I was 11-0 on boss fights, but I didn't take it one war. It was a Sasquatch this one war. I think Pete took it. But yeah, 11 boss fights. I'm pretty sure that's a record, but imagine going 12-0 soloing every single war boss per season. I mean, that'd be pretty sick. But I don't think it's gonna happen. You know, there's just some war bosses that other people just get assigned because they have a better matchup than me. But yeah, it would be cool. It certainly would be cool to try to go 12-0 if I could even do it. I don't know. The last one would be so stressful. But we did end up losing to New Nation, of course. Our battle group actually did beat their battle group though, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, we ended up with 8 deaths as an alliance, and they only had 4, which, you know, I think last time we played them they had like 2 deaths or something like that. So at least they died a bit more. But yeah, we died twice as what they died too. So yeah, not the greatest start for the alliance for the season, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll bounce back. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this war video, guys. If you enjoyed, drop a thumbs up. If you're excited for this new season, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.